Okay, today is June 30th, 2016, and I'm trying to record this. Okay, this is 43498 Alder Springs Road, and that's my car, and extra driveway, and let me see if I can record this. I'll just take a quick trip around the cabin. Here's the address. Antique skis left by the prior residents. And then, if we walk around, we can go up the rock. This is the back door. It's a metal door. It's the only metal door in the cabin. I'll explain later. And then we walk up the stairway. They're cutting trees down on the road. And the first level, of course, got two apples on the tree. This is firewood for the Monterey house. And up the steps. And this is the firewood for the cabin. That's Paul's place. And our clotheslines were there when we bought the property. Around back is an old hot tub, which is still here. And this is the back porch, which has various things. Bottles we collected. That's the back of the bathroom window. Then here is the original sink, antique, and Linda's mom and Linda put in the tile. And then if I step back, you can see the cabinets, and then the back door. And then the barbecue. And go around the other side of the house here. Vinca's just gone crazy with El Nino. Just deciding, back bedroom window. And then there's actually cement steps under here that go all the way down. They're all overgrown with vinca. And then our one peach tree. It's been here since we moved to this cabin. It's doing real well now. El Nino did it some good. Then back down. And the garage doors. And then the steps up to the entryway. They were originally here also. I painted them like 2 or 3 times. And this is the front porch. Front window. Front door. And of course our sitting area on the balcony. And you can see them taking down a tree right over there. And our view on the upstairs balcony. Okay, back to the doors. PG&E locked. And we go in. Okay, there they are. The only good possessions I really have. Shouldn't say that, but that I own. Husqvarna 40. And that's an 18-inch bar. And then Husqvarna 450. That's a 20-inch bar. So then, looking at the cabin, the interior, I can step back far enough to get it all in. A lot of antiques and artwork. Compliments to my wife and her mom. That's where I keep my tools, up underneath the cabin. And picture of Larry and I. E.T., one of Ian's first stuffed animals. And an antique phone. Of course it doesn't work, but that's okay, it looks good. And then, let's see if I can sweep this. Falling over the chainsaws. Up here, that was made by Daddy Joe. Now, cracked die lungs and split die brazen pipe. And back there is all storage. That's Ian's stuff. A lot of this is Ian's and Lethan's stuff. Some antique chairs. We have the full set of those. And then over here, of course, is the door in. And my ladder. And then this is actually my dresser. It's made out of maple. When I was a little boy. So that's an antique now, I guess, since I'm 66. And more of Ian and Lethan's stuff. Lots of stuff. It's like a storage room. Okay, hang on. There's my tools, fishing equipment, shop vac. Another antique. Let's see if I can play that real quick. We were going to use it as a door, but I mean a door chime, but it's probably too valuable to put out front of the cabin. And that's actually a back window. I keep it boarded up because of the snow in the winter. Washer dryer. This again is the antique made out of maple desk. It was mine when I was a little boy. Then behind it is actually, you know, get a good view of it, is actually a mahogany dresser my mom brought from Sweden. Then again, more stuff. Ian's Olympic weights. That's the bench. Again, more stuff, Lethan and Ian. So there's a lot of stuff stored here also. See if I can get a better shot of that dresser. I guess I can't because it's in wrap. It's in good shape. Water heater. Washer dryer. Only good working. Of course, my son's weights down there. They're heavier than heck. some antique TV trays. There's more upstairs. And a shelf full of knickknacks. A lot of this stuff was kind of framed in when I first bought it, but I actually added a closet in here. And I put the siding on to the paneling to make it look a little better. I put the other siding on also just to kind of finish it off and provide a shelf up there. It's not actually up on a cement shelf. I don't know if you can see that down in there. It's on a cement shelf, yeah. Okay. Close the door so the animals, like dogs and cats, don't get in. And up into the lower bedroom. A little hippie made these stairs. I painted them, or tried to, put a rail on them. They were just stairs before. And the electrical box, which was originally here. It's really good. And we go into the lower bedroom. I'll try and get a different angle for the bunk beds. I made them. I also put the floor in. It was just cement before. I call it my $45 floor of mix and match. Then TV, computer, screen, keyboard, and 2 computers. And then Lethan's stuff. And of course the fire alarm. It's actually a picture of Yosemite. And that's an old schoolhouse door. I put that in there. Originally there was a solid door in there. And I had to put the walls, I put the siding on just to make it look more finished off. And then this is the bunk bed. Don't try to move it, it's really heavy. I don't think anything can break that. Then the printer. Another dresser. I believe Linda picked that up at a yard sale. This is the front window from the lower bedroom. Then this is an armoire. It's excellent shape still. Linda got it. I fixed it up, repaired it. And it was originally at $1,200. And of course, the storage stuff. These are 2 mattresses. But behind it is the metal door I talked about. We decorated that. And then some memorabilia. I wish I had more light to show this, but it's a lot to do with Linda, the actress. And then here's the bathroom. And I don't know if I could be able to get all this artwork that Linda did on this, but there's quite a bit. Then this sink is from Claudette. She bought it in Hollywood for $750. Didn't have any use of it when they remodeled it, so they gave it to us. And more antique stuff. And then the bathroom. Fan. Toilet. Not much for a bathroom, but it's a bathroom. And then this is the little closet I added on to the framing. And it's got Ian's suits in it. And then this is the little closet I added on to the framing. And it's got Ian's suits in it. There's actually an amp down there for his electric guitar. There's little pellet guns up in there too. We painted most of this just to make it more decorative. The closet was an addition, so. But the rest of it pretty much framed in. I just had to put some finishing touches on it and the floor. I got the school door from Larry. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but right in this corner, there's actually two snowboards. I believe one's Letham's, one's Ian's, and of course all their snowboard equipment. Jackets, wax stuff. Whoever put the stairway in did a real good job. Anyway, some old skis too. Those are also here. I guess they'd be antiques now. Well, a lot of the siding, wood siding and stuff I put on. And then this takes you to the upstairs closet. And there's one electric guitar. I believe that is a camera stand in there. And an original by Doug Canson. That's going to be worth something someday, I hope. And our fire extinguisher. And you come upstairs, there's another guitar on the shelf behind me. A lot of this paper was already here. Linda added to it. And that's the little window. And, oh, I forgot. If I can get up high enough. Let me just, this is the closet where we hang our stuff, our winter stuff mostly. Fresno State. And then this was made by Jack and Claudia Hovanessian. It's been in 2 or 3 of our houses, and we brought it here for the cabin. A little swag. And then this is actually a map, a raised map of the whole geographical area of the Sierras that we live in. Then into the living room. Start in this corner. Sorry about the fan, just trying to cool off. It's pretty warm up here today. I put the bookshelf in because it was just a vacant. That's another of the antique chairs. That's a heater Ian got. Then grandma, I call her grandma, wood stove. That's an antique down in there, an old kerosene. Lamps. This is actually, I built this wall in here and put this window in here so you could have a pass through into the bedroom, so that the air would flow all around. Otherwise there was nothing there. This is another antique from my mother. It's mahogany. Again, I don't know if it came from the old country in Sweden or not, but it's been in our family forever. Then back up, get a quick sweep of the room. The chairs, the rugs, the floor I refinished. It was just painted, and Linda told me to antique it, so it's the original floor. Our internet. And then on this wall, some of the stuff I found in the cabin when Linda framed it. It's pretty cool. A lot of the stuff was just found extraneous stuff. And then this is a oil painting made of the cabin by Bill Lupo. It's really well done. And then the guest book, of course. That's a mola given to us by Bill Stewart's mother. And then this is the original linoleum from the cabin. It was on the kitchen floor. I'll show you that in a minute. That's the linoleum from Rick and Ann's cabin. And go around. Front door. Antique lamp and mirror. And Linda's collection of art. I don't remember the artist, but she knows the artist. Then Miss Linda director's chair. Sorry, I'm not real good with the camera. And oh, I forgot to point out some stuff over here. That's the other antique chair. And then right here is the antique TV trays. Antique iron. The trunk has mostly sheets and bed covers for guests. This is a fold-out couch. So it has a sleeper. Then the TV. And underneath it's a DVD player. And this was done by anyway, that's all my stuff there. I just got here. The view out the front window. It's beautiful. Then the couch I refinished. It's solid wood. It's pretty heavy. And then Linda's puppets. And that clock up there is from Sweden. My mom's parents brought it over from Sweden. The clock is nothing. The other stuff up there is just various things that people have given us for our cabin. Because this was at one time a Wells Fargo stop. And Larry lives in the original log cabin. And our stove, little stove. And the vent up there. And our refrigerator. It's worked great. It still keeps everything cold. And the freezer has plenty of ice cubes in it. Then over on this side, the cabinets I had to replace because they were falling apart. So, but the microwave, that's the original top that was on the original cabinets. Those are the original doors down there, but I had to resurface them because they're not doing well. It's an antique chair. Gracie gave it to me, said, "Can you fix it up?" And I fixed it up, painted it, and works great. It's another old table. It has leaves on both sides. That's a view out. And that's the second level in the firewood I take to the Pacific Grove. It's another antique chair. I put the shelves in here just to have a place to put stuff, like kind of like a pantry. These are Linda's curtains. She made these. And again, her artwork on the door. Oh, I forgot to do the other door. I'll get to it. Okay, then more drapes. Our sink. These are the original base. I mean, the original what would you call it? Countertops. Again, like I said, I had to refinish the doors. And then, of course, retired. I thought I was retired, but I'm still working. Okay, let me go into here real quick. Forgot to show off Linda's door. She's really good at all this painting. And again, I put the siding in here. It was kind of framed, and there was some chromey siding on it. It wasn't real good. Linda helped me redo the roof as far as painting. And then the little chandelier there is from Jan Hewitt. And again, all the knickknacks. This was a pie safe, an oak pie safe. And we refinished it. And filled with knickknacks. Again, that goes to the back porch. And there's a little hallway here that goes in. I'll show you that clawfoot in a minute, and the bathroom in a minute. But this is the bedroom. It's got this original closet. A lot of this is original in here. Our wedding invitation. And then this is our wedding invitation. Claudette put on an old grape tray and decoupaged it for us. And there's the most handsome couple in the world right there. I guess we were hippies maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't consider myself a hippie. Then, of course, clothes hanging. This is a mirror that Linda did. There we go. I know, this is a shot of a shot, right? Okay. Anyway, turned out pretty good. Again, chandelier, Jan Hewitt. And there's another antique chair. These are old lamps too. They're vintage 50s. Our bed, which has the queen on it. See if I can get a queen bunny. Then that cabinet Linda got, the heater, and the other antique chair. And the closet. And it has storage space above, which we keep like comforters and stuff like that. And of course, a fire alarm. And let's see if I can do this. Okay. That's the original sink and cabinet. We painted it, of course. That's the original toilet. And I ended up pulling it up and put linoleum floors in here. And Linda's curtains. More cabinets. This is towels and toilet paper and all that stuff. The door. The little latch door. That's the original door from the bathroom. And oh yeah, I forgot to show. This is the original mirror, or I should say medicine cabinet. Linda painted it. Of course, it has everything in it. And some more stuff from Jan. And our display of artwork. These are cabinets. Can't see real well. I'll try and get this. Okay, the fan's going to come on. That's the fan, but again, another old antique mirror. Linda put seashells around. I think we got that way, I'm not sure. And the vent. The shower. I had to put in the shower curtains and stuff. That's the original wall. Shiplap. Huge pieces of wood. 16-inch pieces. 16 inches wide. Those are all original. And then, let's see if I can get a picture of it. This is the original clawfoot bathtub that was in the cabin. Yeah, you can just see the side. We painted it. I had to paint it 2 or 3 times because the rust came through, and then Linda solved that problem. And then of course the tub with the shower. Been a fun little place for us. A real fun place. And Linda's artwork again. Peace, love, and joy to all who enter here. I forgot to point out, Linda did all these curtains in here too. And some more knickknacks. Bedside stand. That's Linda's little bedside stand for her cup of coffee. This is a picture of Ian and Lethan when they were little boys we did at Disneyland. And of course, Linda, the boys when they were younger. Oh yeah, there's a couple there. See if I can get this to focus. On the Kings River, Linda and I. And more artwork up there. And you can see right through there is the other fire alarm. So yeah, they're all interconnected, so if anything happens, they all go off. I put that in. There was nothing like that here before. These are original walls. See, this is kind of the way it looked, just kind of bland. That's why I put the beadboard over it. It was just kind of plywood stuff, but that's the original paint color. And then again, another door by Linda Dryden. Bob Stockel says we could take these to New York City and sell them for a fortune, but we're not doing that. And then the back of the door. See if I can get far enough away so I can get it all in there. Yeah. Beautiful door. And this beautiful artwork. I'm truly blessed to have a cabin like this. Door sticks a little. And to have such wonderful kids and grandkids and a wonderful daughter-in-law. And I'm very thankful for all that. Okay. I think that's about it. We've had it about 13 years. A little over 13. It's been a joy for our family. And hopefully it'll be a joy for our grandkids. Oh, forgot. This is from Larry. It's an original sign taken from his siding. This was the water vapor for his cabin at one time. And they're all turned in, but they're in excellent shape. That one is in pristine shape. Still got the nail holes in it. And of course our little microwave. And cutting boards. Of course crystals. There's smoky quartz. And Dr. Dryden's beer. And I don't know if you can see that. That's our family and Leo. Kathy's dad. Katie's dad. Okay, I think that's about it. Got a little radio back there we listen to the news on. So that's it. Oh, there's some other artwork over there I forgot to mention, but I can't remember its origin. But. Okay. Back out to the front patio. Linda's artwork again on the door. And back out to the patio. And that's, let's see if I can find it. Nope, this way. That's an apple tree. There's one apple tree there. There's a little small apple tree. And then these two apple trees, you can't see them, but they're in with the vinca. I planted 12 years ago, and they're probably only 8 to 10 feet tall. The vinca apparently stunts them. And then there's the, get a better look at the walkway up. I laid all that rock. And I laid the rock down in front of the cabin, right down there. And that's it. Our lower driveway. And our cedar trees, all of them are healthy. We're very fortunate. Very fortunate. Okay, that's it.